Do you want to calculate and hit your keto diet macro ratio, but just don't have the time? All right, before we dive in, I just ask that you hit the button below to subscribe to this channel and also hit that little tiny bell that's down there as well. This will ensure that you get all the latest videos because in each video that I produce, I've got tips, tricks, hacks, everything that you're going to need to get the body of your dreams, get into ketosis fast, everything that you need to know about a keto diet. All right, let's dive into today's video. If you're anything like me, then you think enough throughout the day, right? You don't need more stuff in your head to worry about. You know you want to do the keto diet, you want to do it without having to think, without having to worry. And if you want to do it without having all these extra steps to do in the course of the day, then definitely keep watching this video. It's the video for you to make sure that you can get the body that you want without having all this extra work to do in the course of a day to make sure you're hitting your macros. So I'm going to give you 3 super easy to follow tips to make sure you hit your macros every single day. Let's cut right to the chase, ladies and gentlemen. There are only 3 things that you need to worry about when you're looking at your macros. You have to understand that there's protein, carbohydrates, and fat in your macronutrient ratio. Macronutrient. Man, that's a hard word to say. There are only 3 macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Proteins are going to come from sources like meat, right? You've got beef, ham, chicken, all those good sources of protein. Carbs, they're all around you. They're going to be found in things like breads, sugars, rice, grains. Everything that you can think of that has a lot of starch is going to have a lot of carbs. All right, you with me so far? Now for tip number 2. You need to know what macronutrient ratio that you actually need to be consuming for a keto diet. And if you only listen to one thing for the whole entire video, listen to this. It's extremely important that you hit a 75-5-20 macronutrient ratio. So what that means is you're going to have 75% of your calories from fat. You're going to have 5% of your calories from carbs and 20% of your calories from protein. And one thing you have to keep in mind is that this is a macro ratio of calories, not a ratio of grams. And there is a difference. Tip number 3, know how to calculate your macros. Like I mentioned a minute ago, I'm going to show you how to do all this automatically without having to track any foods manually in an app or in a spreadsheet or anything like that. But I do want you to understand the concepts behind it. So let's take this protein bar as an example. It is 7 grams of fat, 21 carbohydrates, and 14 grams of protein. So all we need to do is multiply this out by the factors I gave you before. 4 calories per gram of protein and carbohydrate and 9 calories per gram of fat.
So as you can see, fat comes out to 63 calories, carbs comes out to 84 calories, and protein comes out to 56 calories.
So all we need to do is add those up, and as you can see, we've got a macro ratio that looks like this: 30% fat, 41% carbs, and 29% protein. Now remember, we're looking for a 75-5-20 macro ratio. So this doesn't really fit the bill, but that doesn't mean we can't eat it, because we're not trying to have every single thing that we eat have the macro ratio of 75-5-20. It's the course of the day, when you add all this up in aggregate, that we want to make sure we're very, very precise. We need to hit 75-5-20, but it doesn't have to be on an individual product base. Everything that we eat just needs to add up to that 75-5-20 macro ratio. So the total for the day ratio needs to be that 75-5-20 ratio, not the individual foods that we eat. So now technically you know how to count calories, you know how to calculate your macros. But what if you don't have time to track all this? What if you don't have time to figure all this out? Then what do you do? What I can say is keto does work. Plain and simple, keto works, period. The problem is this: to track all the foods that you eat throughout the day into an app, it's not feasible long term, it's not sustainable. You may keep up with it for a day, you might even keep up with it for a week. And if you're a super freak, then maybe you can keep up with it for a month. But in the end, most people who are doing a keto diet, they give up in the end and they go back to their old unhealthy ways. But that's not going to be you. let me show you something real quick. Take a look at this. This is a meal plan from our 12-minute keto program. As you can see, all the macro ratios are already set for the exact ratios that you need. 75% fat, 20% protein, 5% carbs. All the meals are laid out for you, including a grocery list, so that everything is organized all at your fingertips without having to think about it, without having to track foods in an app or anything like that. It's literally that easy. You simply follow the plan and you eat exactly what's on here each and every day. And it mixes things up so that you don't have to worry about getting stale, eating the same things over and over again. And each day you're gonna hit your macros to the exact macro ratio that you need. It's literally that easy. It's super simple. Listen, this is literally the easy button for a keto diet, and it's part of our 12-minute keto program. All the meals listed in this keto program only take 12 minutes of time to prep. That's it. Then you're done. And your macros are done for you. All the nutrient facts are here, and it all totals up to, again, the exact macro ratio that you're going to need for a keto diet. If that sounds interesting to you, all you need to do is go to 12minuteketo.com/YouTube, and right there you can sign up for a free trial, and away you go. Again, you can go to 12minuteketo.com/YouTube, or click the link below in the description. It'll take you right to the sign up page. In less than 30 seconds, you'll have your free trial and you'll have your customized meal plans, and you get to try it out for free. Also, you can click the link in the description or on the screen here. It'll take you to another video. It's really short, but it's really good. It'll show you exactly how to know how much to eat. How many calories should you be intaking every single day?